Hey everybody, Shane here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today wrapping up the final update for Lost Snowmen and getting as high as possible and Climb Master, the final set of achievements. These are both done in the new mode, YoYo's Race, on the map Survive the Flood. Make sure you get into things. Your goal is to get a par score of 60. That's going to be 60 fruits we need to collect. And then our goal for the par time is to survive a minute and 20 seconds. This one is going to be fairly challenging compared to the other two, so make sure you do keep that in mind. It's going to be a vertical stage, but the thing is we're climbing up instead of dropping down, so we're going to be working against gravity. So this one can be a little tricky. The water does move a little fast, and there's going to be a ton of ladders that lead to dead ends. So you're going to kind of have to keep an eye on both sides of the screen. I'm going to recommend you just try to push up and use the goal of survival to get you through this. This is definitely going to be a course where you get the par time down way sooner than you do the par score time. So make sure you try your best to focus on surviving because, again, this is going to be pretty fast moving. So make sure you stay on your toes for this one, and make sure you do only go for pockets of fruit when it's safe to do so. I'm going to recommend you only stop to grab fruit if the water is definitely going to be off screen, as we're going to try our best to keep pushing forward. Remember to keep an eye out on what's coming next. You definitely don't want to work on a ladder that leads to nowhere, so make sure you do keep that in mind, and be very careful when trying to jump to get fruits that are going to be over any gaps, as falling down is going to be a really big setback, especially if you have a hard time trying to salvage it. So for example, if there's only going to be one logical way to get higher up, that's going to be quite challenging if it is going to be a little out of reach. So make sure you do keep that in mind. Just make sure you try to stay ahead of things. Again, these stages are going to be infinite, so don't worry too much about missing any fruits, and just focus on climbing up and then trying to go for fruits only when you do know it's safe. So we're going to keep pushing, and then we should hit that par time, and then we're just going to keep pushing forward until we get the par score. Once you have your 60 fruits and minute and 20 in, just make sure you drop down into the water. Thankfully, killing yourself is going to be way easier. You should be good for both achievements on the results screen. First one up is going to be the par score, as high as possible for 200 gamer score, and then the par time is going to be Climb Master for another 200 gamer score. So there's both achievements, 400 gamer score total, and the final update in the bag, and that's all there is to it.